Hello, my name is Justin Bautista, and my stock pitch is on Tesla. The company overview. Tesla is in the automotive industry. Its ticker symbol is TSLA. My recommendation is a strong sell. Its headquarters is located in Palo Alto, California, United States, and its current price is $901.80, and the target price is $479.80. And this is a map of the headquarters. Investment thesis. I rate Tesla as a strong sell with a target price of $479.80 due to the following points. It is not stable. Its debt load is way too high. They can't even think about paying it off right now. They're really held up by the investors that are pouring into the stock, which is why the stock price is so high at $901.80. It really should never get this high. That's why I'm recommending a sell. It is almost certain to go down. The patents are open source, meaning the competition of Tesla, like the other automotive industry people, can take the technology Tesla uses in their cars and use it for their own cars. Meaning they can get ahead of Tesla by using their own technology. And it's not profitable, as said before. It does not produce any cash flow, and they continually pour money they do not have into research and development. If you look at the graph to the right, Tesla's net income throughout 2014 to 2018, they have always been in the negatives. They have yet to become in the positives for an entire year. Industry analysis. Tesla does not have a large market share in the automotive industry. General Ford's market share is 17.02%. Ford Motor Company's market share is 14.44%. Fiat Chrysler is 12.02%, and Tesla's market share is 2.02%, which I believe it's gone up because of the raise in stock price. However, it still is not enough to compete with its competitors. Competitive positioning. Speaking of their competitors, Tesla struggles to compete with the larger car companies. This is just because of three major points, which is their price. Tesla's cars are incredibly expensive compared to its competitors in the electric vehicles. With electric vehicles, and this is because their research and development just is way too high. They pour way too much money into researching that money they don't have, and then also with what they can produce, they can't produce like too much of it, which is the second bullet point, size. They can produce around 500,000 cars, which is nothing compared to like the 2 million Ford can produce, and among the other large companies, they can produce like 2 to 4 times more than Tesla. And those three are starting to go into electric vehicles as well. So it's not just like they're in the gas-powered cars. The profit margins mentioned throughout this entire thing, they do not make any money at all. With this graph over here, you can see their earnings and ROE from 2012 to 2018. It's just all negative. None of it's positive. So the graph looks a little bit weird, but that is what is happening. The cost drivers. Tesla's cost is rapidly increasing every year. For these reasons, again, research and development, they fall into a vicious cycle because if they don't pour money into research and development, they won't get anywhere, and their cars will just be uh in with the wrong technology, not wrong technology, but older technology compared to its competitors. So this makes it so they have to pour so much money into research and development, but they don't have that money to spare because they don't make any money off of their cars. Expansion. Tesla buys a lot of companies to expedite their growth, which is pretty smart, but also really damages their revenue. They try to do this so they can expedite their growth, which they'll buy like battery companies and other materials to make it cheaper and easier for them to produce the materials needed for their cars. And in production, as speaking about before, the batteries and general material are not cheap, which is why they're buying the companies to make it to help with the costs. The batteries they produce in general are way too much money. And then also their employees in stores. Tesla has a lot of stores. But in 2019, I believe they cut half of their stores and around half of their employees as well. So that kind of balances out, but still the main cost drivers is their research and development and expansion. And you can see Tesla's net profit compared to their peers, with them not being in the positives at all, and their competitors aren't too above them, but if you really look at it, it's like a 9% difference. So it's pretty large, and 9% when talking about profit is a lot. Valuation for 2020. I value Tesla's share price as $497.80 per share, which is a 46.7% downside potential. It is trading at a premium to its 10-year average PE ratio. It's 25 times the EBITDA or ITDA, and it's 9 times its price to book ratio. It has a 0% dividend yield and a negative free cash flow yield. So even sitting in this stock, you won't make any money from dividends, so it's not a safe stock to really sit in either. Its net income is disgustingly low. It increased its total shares from what is on this slide. However, this is not edited. Investment risks. The following are the main investment risks for Tesla. Profit. Tesla has no profit coming in whatsoever. I don't know how to hammer this in enough for this company. Their main driver is them just burning money every single second. Their CEO, Elon Musk, he's like brilliant, a genius when it comes to advertising and everything. Just he does not make the smartest decisions. He has joked around multiple times about the company's finances and made some serious claims that has gotten him in a lot of trouble. So that's a very big investment risk with Tesla, because things he say can negatively or positively affect the company's stock price. And then their competition. Their competition in all, I believe by the end of like 2022, almost all of these car companies mentioned before are going to be in the electric car market. They're all going to be competing right against Tesla with the technology, coming up with new and better things than them. And because they have so much more money to do stuff with, I don't think Tesla will be able to keep up. and this is just comparing Tesla's PE ratio to its peers, and as you can see, Tesla has a PE ratio of 0, or NA, because they don't make money. And that is it. Thank you for watching my presentation on Tesla. And I strongly recommend a short sell. All right.